So we are going to talk about the exposure triangle, but we are going to talk about it in different video. We are going to do 4 videos for just exposure triangle. The reason why we are doing 4 videos is because, like I said, you and I know I don't like my videos being too long. So just to cut off that being too long kind of thing, we are going to cut them into 4 sections. The last section will be where we are going to merge all of them together. In your first section, we are going to talk about the ISO. Now, there are a lot of videos online telling you about ISO, but sometimes when they speak some of this English, it will confuse you. The easiest way to know ISO is that when you increase the number of the ISO, you will get light. When you reduce the number, you get less light. There are some cameras that go as low as 50, 75, 60, like that. There are some cameras that does not do that. My camera here can go up to 50, but there are some other ones that cannot go up to 50. Then go down to 50, I mean. So when the number go down, it means you're losing light. When the number goes up, you're gaining more light. I think that's like the main thing that people know about ISO. Then another thing is when you bring the numbers down, your images tend to be cleaner, because till today a lot of photographers still don't know what noise is. Noise is those black dots that you see in your image. Now, it's better that you're putting that noise in your pictures in post than is happening in camera. Let me explain. When you increase your ISO too much because you want to pull light in your footage, you start getting a lot of noise. You start getting a lot of, you can call it grains. You start getting a lot of grains. The reason why it's better you put it in post is that once you increase your ISO too much and there is a lot of noise in your images, the noise will suck away the details in your image. So sometimes you shot the image, your focus was very sharp, but because of the amount of noise that is there, your image is looking not sharp. That is because you have lost a lot of details. Now, before you go lose light for your images, that's because you have less light in that area. Because if you have a lot of light in that area, you will not lose that much of details. So the reason why you're losing details is because there is no light, so you are increasing your ISO to bring back light into the image. If you're shooting in a place that is very bright, there will be no need for you to increase your ISO so far to the point where you start getting noise. Since I've been using my camera to shoot images, the highest I have gone to shoot is 800. That 800 is because I want to shoot with continuous light and I want the ambience to come up. Even my videos, I don't go more than 800. There are people that can go up to 3200 because the base ISO in your camera, in some cameras, when you're making videos, is around 800 and 3200, which is 3200. So to keep your image in the cleanest point, for some cameras you get 200, some cameras you get 100, some cameras you get 400. But for videos, you have around 800, 3200, 1600, like that, to keep your ISO. But basically, as a photographer, you must understand that for your ISO to be balanced to the point where you will not have noise, whenever you're taking your images, make sure your ISO is starting from 100. You have other things to set also, but we are going to start from 100, 200, and try to make sure you always shoot with light. If you know that the place is dark, add light so that you don't have to increase your ISO, because the reason why you're increasing your ISO is because there's no light. So if you add light, you save yourself the stress of trying to fight noise in your images. I hope this video has explained a little. We cannot keep explaining and explaining because no matter how long this video is, we might still not explain everything. So I'll see you in my next video on the part 2, where I'm going to talk about aperture or shutter speed. See you in my next video.